Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dig into the blueprint for real, scalable growth. We're talking about how you can finally escape that daily grind of manual tasks and start building a smarter, way more efficient, automated future for your business. So let's dive right in. So, let's start with this. What if you could actually achieve more without piling more onto your team's plate? It's a question every growing business runs into, right? How do you scale up your output without completely burning out your people? Well, the answer, as we're about to see, is all about smart automation.
All right, first things first, we have to really understand the problem. It's this cycle of inefficiency that I like to call the manual work trap. And honestly, it's one of the biggest things holding businesses back from sustainable growth.
And this right here, this really shows you how that vicious cycle works. When you're stuck using old-school manual processes for stuff like data entry, you get overworked teams. It's just inevitable. And that burnout, it leads to more human errors, which are super costly. Those errors then lead to kind of lackluster output, production delays. You see where this is going. It's just this frustrating loop that absolutely drains your resources and your team's morale.
But, and this is the good news, there is a really powerful way out of that trap. The solution is all about strategically using modern automation. You know, it's so important to get this. Automation today is a completely different beast than what it used to be. We've gone from these really basic software scripts that just handled one simple task to these incredibly advanced, integrated tools that can manage entire complex workflows from end to end. And that leap, that's what really unlocks the ability to scale.
Okay, so what are the actual tangible benefits here? Well, the first one is a total double win. Automation helps you build a smarter business and create happier customers. Let's break down how that works. Just think about the power of data here. Modern analytics can chew through these massive amounts of information, spot crucial patterns, and spit out actionable insights almost instantly. Think about that for a second. What used to take months of people poring over spreadsheets can now be understood in just moments. This gives you a huge strategic advantage, right? It lets you jump on opportunities with a speed and confidence you just couldn't have before. And this data-driven thinking, it flows right through to your customers. Take these tools, for example. You've got chatbots providing instant 24/7 support. You have automated email scripting that lets you personalize content for thousands of people at once. And then there are CRM systems, that's customer relationship management, that make sure every single follow-up is perfectly timed. It all just adds up to this really seamless experience that builds serious customer loyalty. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? When people hear the word automation, they immediately worry about their jobs being replaced. But the reality is actually so much more strategic. It's really about empowering your workforce, not getting rid of it.
This quote, I think this just perfectly nails the shift in thinking. Automation isn't about getting rid of the human element. It's about elevating it. It's about getting rid of all the tedious, boring tasks so your team can focus on what they and only they do best.
So what does that actually look like day to day? Well, it's all this high-value stuff. When your team isn't bogged down with monotonous tasks, they can finally put their brainpower towards strategic thinking, coming up with creative solutions, and tackling the complex problems that are actually going to drive your business forward. And that leads to a more engaged, more productive, and honestly, a much happier workforce.
And you know what? This empowerment also pays off, literally. When you streamline your operations, you reduce costs. But here's the really cool part. That money you save isn't just about padding the bottom line. You can turn around and redirect those funds directly into the things that will define your future. We're talking innovation and real, sustainable growth.
All right, so the why is pretty clear. The benefits are huge, but how do you actually get started? Let's walk through a simple, actionable blueprint right now.
First up, you got to find the right partner. And this is about way more than just buying some software. You need to look for really robust customer support to make sure everything gets integrated smoothly. You want a provider that's pushing out regular updates so you're always on the cutting edge. You absolutely have to prioritize advanced security to protect your data and demand customizable features that are actually going to fit what your business needs.
And finally, let's talk about how you get there. Look, this doesn't have to be some risky, all-at-once overhaul. The smartest way to do this is gradually. So, step 1, just start small. Pick 1 or 2 key processes where you can dip your toes in the water. Step 2, test and then scale. See what works, analyze the results, learn from it, and then slowly expand into other areas of the business. And step 3 is the best part. Just watch your operations elevate.
This low-risk approach builds momentum, and it lets you see for yourself how automation can transform and lift up your entire operation, one step at a time.
So, wrapping this all up, it's pretty clear that automation isn't just some passing trend, it's a fundamental strategy for growth. It unlocks smarter decisions, it creates happier customers, and it builds an empowered team. The future of business is being built on automation. So the only real question left is the one right here on the screen.